You have seen the cabin, a window full of Earth, a weekend that is not on Earth. The question is not whether rich people can buy a ride, they already did. The question is when a SpaceCATION becomes something you can book and what it costs if you could. What you can buy today, not a brochure. Axiom flies private crews to the space station on a SpaceX Dragon. Reported seat, about $55 to $70 million case by case, days not minutes. Ax-5 is targeted no earlier than January 2027. SpaceX also charters Dragon itself. Inspiration 4 2021, first all-civilian orbital crew. Jared Isaacman paid, unpublished. Press said tens of millions for the flight. Polaris Dawn, September 2024, 1,400 kilometers, highest Earth orbit since Apollo, first commercial spacewalk. Fram 2, March 31, 2025, first humans over the poles. A crypto founder bought the view of ice NASA never flew. That is what now looks like. Charters, yacht money. The cheap-looking ticket is the HARP. Minutes of weightlessness. Same day, Virgin Galactic sold seats at $450,000. Some 2026 reports say $750,000. Next commercial flight slipped to February 2027. Blue Origin never posted a menu. Charity auctioned the first seat for $28 million. Later seats were talked in the low to mid hundreds of thousands. Then January 30, 2026, Blue paused New Shepard for at least 2 years to chase the moon. The HARP went backward. The SpaceCATION that had a name died. Yusaku Misawa booked Starship in 2018 to take artists around the moon. Target, end of 2023. June 1st, 2024, cancelled, no date. He said he could not plan his life on that rocket. Remember that when someone sells you a lunar weekend. A clock, not a wish. 2027, Virgin hopes to hop again. Axiom hopes for another station visit. Vast has talked Haven 1, a small private station, no earlier than early 2027. Those dates slip. 2028 to 30, Axiom wants to peel a module off the ISS and free fly. Starlab and others want to open when the station dies, around 2030. If a hotel exists, that is when a week in orbit stops being a government lab. Starship is the machine that would make a 100-person cabin thinkable. SpaceX says hundreds of cargo flights before people. Polaris 3 is supposed to be the first crewed Starship. No public date. NASA wants a lander in the late 20s. Uncrewed Mars cargo, no earlier than 2028, $100 million a ton, that is on the company site. A moon flyby could return after a crew rating. A moonwalk as tourism is after a working lander and a hut. Mars is last, months in a can, not a long weekend. What we do not know, say it that way. There is no Starship tourist price. Estimate only, if reuse works, a late 20s or early 30s orbital seat might land in the low millions, not 50 million. A first-generation station week, estimate 10 to 30 million. A lunar flyby, estimate 50 million and up. Musk once said Mars might eventually drop under 500,000. That is a claim, not a fare. Airline-scale is not this decade. Now Dragon and Axiom if you have the karma. Soonish, a HARP if Virgin flies, if Blue comes back. Next decade, maybe a station window. Moon after that, Mars after that. Book the vacation when there is a price and a date. Until then, it is a charter with a view. Sources in the description.